that not going? Welcome in, everybody. Happy Tuesday. We'll get started in just a second. All right, welcome in, everybody. Happy Tuesday night or morning, wherever you are located. Hope you guys had a great day and are having a great night. All right. Let's see. My name is, in case you don't know me, Dr. Tabby Cat. That's what everybody calls me. I am a spiritual counselor. I also, let's see, I also do energy healing. I also make products like handmade soaps, perfumes, lip gloss, and candles, spiritual candles, and I place positive intentions in all those products. And then I also do services like counseling, helping people heal from childhood traumas, and basically any type of spiritual mind and body counseling. And then I also do tarot and Reiki as well in sound healing. So and I teach others how to awaken to their true self, to their purpose of what they're supposed to be doing this lifetime. So if you guys ever have any questions, you can always inbox me and I will try to answer them for you. And so tonight it's gonna be, I'm gonna do the channeled messages, and then we're doing a general read of whatever comes out. I had a download, but I didn't have any paper to write it down, so I couldn't remember it after that. So we're just gonna do a general of whatever comes out. Maybe I'll get it again tonight. Then I can write it down. Alright. We can get started. Okay, we're going to start with the channel messages. There's not that many of them. Okay, the channel messages that I got were Gems, Gems, his men, Vic and JJ's gal. I got Bosch, British Association of Urological Surgeons Medical Organization. TVQ, which is Taxe de Vente de Quebec, their Quebec sales tax. I got WIC, WIQ, Women in Quantum Global Communities, one network focused on diversity and quantum technology. I got Buck U, mascot for the Buccaneers. I got a Benz, and we quiet. So a Benz, somebody drives a Benz, that is quiet. And then I got a Cry Mad Cult, and Cry Mad Cult. So when I clarified what that meant or was, said cult members are now crying because their secrets are coming out about all of the sex trafficking, pedophilia, incest within entire families. Getting family members pregnant, being inappropriate with animals, paying children sexually abused to not take some abuse from kids to adults. Let's see, fell in love with the abuser. Crazy fetishes and kinks, working with community to steal money from high priestesses and trying to stop them, but it's not working. And then I got Mr. Q Flow. I got Odin Root Work. I got DOS, DOZ, Daughter of Zion, nonprofit organization located in Sacramento, California. And then I got I heard the sentence, go to AA KIP, KIP. So somebody named Kip needs to go to AA. It says they, HXJD, and HX is a global expedition cruise line in history. So something about JD's history in regards to a global expedition cruise line. Then I got random words of taffy, pop, biz, way, fork, crip, hounds, guns, Kev, Lou, and triple X, which could be the wrestler or something sexual, either one. All right, those were all of the channel messages. All right. All right, I'm gonna pull, I don't know, 6 or 9 cards, I'm not sure. And these are my old cards. I was feeling nudged to use these tonight, so I'm not even sure what all will come out. It's been a while. These are like over 15 years old. So we'll see. All right, Holy Spirit, give me 6 to 9 cards for general collective reading. TikTok live. All right, give me 5 more. Five more. That was a fail. All right. All right, so we'll get some positive energy cards out here first to see what's going on. And this is the Forest Enchantment deck. All right. Holy Spirit, can you give us some energy for this read? And then I'll read off the cards we got in here in just a second. It looks like we have a theme. Give me some energy for this reading, please, and thank you. Holy Spirit, Lord Jesus Christ. Energy for this reading. energy for this read? What's the energy for this read? Energy for this read. And hopefully you guys are ready for the full moon tomorrow. And doing your salt baths. One more. Okay. Alright, we got 3 energy cards for the read. We got number 10, the Swan Sisters. Number 14, a lonely gnome. And number 21, you are here. And I'll read what they mean. So those numbers could mean something. So we got number 10, 14, and 21. They can be birthdays, ages, dates of anniversaries, anything. So 21, let's see. You are here. All right, so number 21 with you are here, which is a stone, and it's got a map on it. And basically it says, travelers often leave a little token at the stone to show they were there, which gives a feeling of fellowship to those who come after. Under no circumstances should you ever inscribe anything upon the stone or attempt to alter it. You may, however, kiss the stone for luck. And it says, stop and breathe. Feel your feet firmly upon the ground. The map of your life shows where you have been and all the possible places you could go. Take some time to orient yourself and consider your options. Most of all, stay calm and centered. You are safe right where you are. Especially when you're healing, you never want to forget your past. You can forgive your past, but your past is actually what shapes you for your future. So there's nothing to be ashamed of with your past, as long as you're healing and doing the work and moving forward. All right, then we got number 14, a lonely gnome, which is gnomes are extremely social by nature, thriving in large families, clans, and tribes. They can be rather insular and suspicious of those outside the group, but they are more loyal than most, and once you win their trust, they will be glad to know you. It says, a lonely gnome may need some coaxing. They may tell you they are fine, but sometimes they are not fine. In your own life, don't let a preference for solitude lead to a habit of unhealthy isolation. Not every introvert is or should be a hermit. Though you may be reluctant to emerge, the world is in need of your gifts. Start small, invite someone for tea. It's good to go in hermit mode. That's how you can heal, but there is a time when you have to come out of hermit mode. You can't stay there forever. And then we got number 10, the Swan Sisters. It says, spinning a rough substance into something precious is a magical task given to prove worthiness, as well as chosen occupation for those who like a challenge. The Swan Sisters learn to spin nettles into gold for another skilled woman in the forest who is an expert in the craft. It says, for your advice, it is delicate balance between focusing on the task at hand and longing for its completion. The thought of the reward is what keeps us going. Yet, it can be stressful to yearn toward that fulfillment. Be inspired, not obsessed. Give your whole to what is in front of you and be assured that the seemingly unending task will indeed end. All right. So that's for our positive cards for the energy. All right. Now the cards that were pulled didn't look so positive. So we have... Let me pull them. All right, we have masculine sleeping with more than 4 men at a time. We got porn star. We have property. We have false twin flame. We have seance chanting your name. We have God complex due to childhood traumas. And we have insurance. And we have Black Widow. And the last one we have does not have any love for women. And like I said, these cards are old, but I was given the nudge to use them. So there must be a message in here for us to hear. So let's see. All right, I'm going to do the oracles first and then the tarot on it. So first we are going to do... masculine sleeping with more than 4 men at a time. So let's see what that's about. And this could all be separate stories or it could all be one story. We will find out. All right. So let's see. Clarify masculine sleeping with more than 4 men at a time. Masculine sleeping with 4 men at a time, please, and thank you. Masculine sleeping with more than 4 men at a time. Masculine sleeping with more than 4 men at a time. And the song player just came on. Masculine sleeping with more than 4 men at a time. All right, we have for the masculine sleeping with more than 4 men at a time. It says he's running away from an affair in outer space. And outer space, for me, that is my card for, well, it has 2 meanings. In one scenario, it can mean unalivement. But then in scenarios like this, it means there was evidence found, like, outworldly, like so extravagant that nobody could believe it. So that could be what this sleeping with 4 men at a time was, that somebody found out. So this masculine is running away from those affairs because the evidence came out about it. So let's see. All right. All right, clarify masculine sleeping with more than 4 men at a time. Masculine sleeping with more than 4 men at a time. Masculine sleeping with more than 4 men at a time. All right, we got love's the answer. Love won't solve your problems. You need to work on being independent. So this masculine is not independent. He's codependent. So he's probably codependent on these 4 energies that he's having relations with. All right, sleeping with masculine, sleeping with more than 4 men at a time. Masculine. It says not talking. You aren't communicating your needs clearly. You need to discuss how you feel. So he's probably also not being honest. And then we got past trauma popping out with you need to take time for yourself and heal your past trauma before moving on. All right, so let's get tarot for this one. All right. I have masculine sleeping with more than 4 men at a time. Clarify masculine sleeping with more than 4 men at a time. Clarify masculine sleeping with more than 4 men at a time. Masculine sleeping with more than 4 men at a time. Clarify masculine sleeping with more than 4 men at a time. Masculine sleeping with more than 4 men at a time. All right, we have a masculine that is in his Knight of Wands player energy, who's in and out, hot and cold. He's basically all over the place with the World card. So he probably travels to go see these men, and then he is right now in the 2 of Swords energy. He's got a lot of difficult decisions, and he's avoiding things by running away from his issues. So let's find out more about this King of Wands person. We got the Empress at the bottom. So he could be married. And the Emperor's there. So yeah, he's married and a father figure. Alright, so let's see. Let's clarify who this Knight of Wands person is. Clarify the Knight of Wands. Clarify the Knight of Wands for us. This is the Knight of Wands. Alright, well, the Emperor came out, so it is either a father figure or someone who is an entrepreneur, a business owner. They are at a loss, grieving right now, and a lot of regret for being basically being naive and jumping into things without thinking ahead of time of what their actions were going to cause. So it could be an Aries. It could be a fire sign, a Leo. Or it could be an earth sign or a Libra. We have all those signs out here right this second. Alright. Clarify the world. Clarify the world card. Clarify the world. Clarify the world. What's this world card? Clarify the world. Clarify the world. Clear for the world. For the world. Alright. Yeah, definitely he was partying too much with people in the communities instead of focusing on his family and doing what he needs to do. Alright, so this masculine basically has a lot of childhood traumas that he needs to heal. He's in a player energy. He's not paying attention to his wife, family, kids, whatever type of family he has. He's also not being honest about his sexuality and the people that he is getting with. And so this is shocking the community because they did not know this about the masculine. So it could be someone that is well known in the community. All right, so we'll move on to the next one. And like I said, we'll see if these are connecting, all the cards, if they're all connecting. All right, so we have the next one is a porn star. So we'll see what that's about. All right, clarify porn star. Nice clip green. Clarify porn star. Nice clip reading. Clarify porn star. Clarify porn star. Clarify porn star. Porn star. Porn star. Porn star. All right. Okay. Okay, porn star. 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 All right, we have For a porn star, we have too busy. You use being busy as an excuse not to date. You must make time for your partner. And this is about this person. Being guarded. You're lonely because you are so aloof. Trust others and let them into your heart. So they have a closed heart to people. Playing games. You don't need to play games to keep the right one interested in you. So they play a lot of games. Age issues. You feel too old or young to date or have issues with your partner's age. All right. Not my type. Be open to different types of people because you may be surprised who you find. Settling. Don't stay with someone who isn't right for you just because it's safe. And then comparison. Comparing is unfair. Leave the past behind and see your new love for who they are. And then excuses. You have so many reasons that it never works out. Find reasons that it can work out. So this is somebody who plays the victim a lot. They always tell people that they are too busy. So say they go on a date and the two people get along, they hit it off, they're vibing. And then the other person, they'll start to say is too clingy because they keep contacting them. And then, so then they put their guard up. They start playing games with the person. And they could be getting too old to be playing these games. And then the reason they're telling people that they're not settling down is because nobody is their type. So they just settle and stay with the people that they trauma bond with, because then they compare everybody from the old to the new, basically. All right, and so for these cards we have, okay, for porn star, we have a child of an organized crime. So it's a child of somebody that is from an organized crime. It says a crime of passion. Mixed signals. You don't let others know you are interested. Flirt and be approachable. It's a water sign, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We got the runaway card again. And we got fake death and imprisonment. So this is somebody who came from a broken family where all they were around was crime. So they did not see any probably not any positive love and affection around. So with the crime of passion, that is the crime, is that they don't see passion as something positive. They see everything as negative or aggressive. And so that's why they give people mixed signals. And like I said, it's a water sign. They run away from their issues. And with the fake death and imprisonment, they basically just fake everything in their life until, you know, to get through, instead of being honest with themselves about who they truly are and what they truly want. And we have judgment on the bottom. So let's clarify porn star. What is this porn star energy coming through? What is the porn star energy coming through? All right, clarify porn star. What's this porn star energy? All right, and we have Queen of Wands energy, which is usually like the third party energy, the hoe energy, you know, side piece energy. And we got the Six of Cups, which is a Scorpio energy. So Scorpio and Aries and Pisces is out here. And so somebody is reminiscing on maybe their younger self of being free and getting away with things, and now that they're older, they can't do the same things that they used to, or, you know, if they are in this industry, then maybe they're not making as much money as they used to. But we'll see. We'll see what comes out. And it says they're all up in their head. Communication. Okay, yeah. Clarify the Queen of Wands. Clarify the Queen of Wands for porn star. Clarify the Queen of Wands for porn star. Clarify the Queen of Wands for porn star. Okay, so it could be a Cancer water sign, like we said, that is in this porn star energy. Cancer is the Chariot card of clarifying who the Queen of Wands is, and it can be male or female. And we have the Page of Swords on the bottom. All right, let's find out what the Six of Cups is. Oh, okay. Six of Cups, we have a King of Wands. We have Temperance, which is trying to find balance. Also trying to heal. And then we have the Seven of Cups, options, conflict, and judgment. So either this Queen of Wands is also a King of Wands, which it can be two energies. So if that's the case, then it is a very toxic fire sign energy. Well, they're in their fire sign energy because they're in the Wands energy, which is about the phallic, the sexual energy. They're in deep because they have too many options that they were dealing with. They're not healing like they should be. They're not on their purpose in life, their pathway. They're having conflict with all of these options and the community. And now they're facing judgment for the things that they are doing. So let's just see what. All right, so what is the advice here for this? What's the advice for this situation? The Page of Swords came out, so gaining new knowledge, maybe a new field of work, getting more education if you need that, getting rest, mental clarity. Clarify any advice. All right, let's see. Yes, finding mental clarity, and then basically figuring out what your priorities are for trying to make money. Stop trying to balance it with doing things that are not your purpose in life. That's basically what it's saying. All right, so we are on the third one, which is property. So something to do with a property. All right, property. Clarify property. Clarify property. All right, clarify property. This is property energy. Property. Property. Property energy. All right, we got legal proceedings for property. More with property. And surveillance. All right, so for property, we got legal proceedings and surveillance. So somebody's property could be surveillanced at this time, or was surveillanced, and now they're having legal issues. So maybe they were doing this out of their home, this masculine. And when you do that, of course, the neighbors are gonna witness people going in and out throughout the day and night. So let's see. All right, property. Clarify this property. We got too much work. You tell yourself it's too much work, but it's really an excuse not to get involved. Clarify property. Clarify property. And we got fated to be alone. You gave up on love because you think you're meant to be alone. It's not true. And property. So far the cards are all matching, are all going together. So sleeping, masculine sleeping with more than 4 men at a time, porn star and property seem to be going together. All right, let's get the tarot on this one. All right, property. Give us something on this property energy. What's going on with this property energy? What's going on with this property energy? Property. And the surveillance and legal proceedings. Property, legal proceedings, and surveillance. Yep, somebody did something, took action without thinking. Now they are within the community, and now they are in this wounded warrior victim mentality. And it's over this lover situation and a home. Oh, where'd it go? Okay. Yeah, now they're feeling burdened and can't sleep at night. And in a mental prison. Yeah, so basically they acted irrationally. Now they're in this victim mentality by doing something in the community out of their home. Now it's being surveillanced and watched, and now they have legal proceedings, and it's all over this lover's situation and in a home. All right, so what's the advice here for this? The advice is to basically strongly go within and do some soul searching. You need to go, this person needs to go into hermit mode and seriously think about what it is that they want out of life and what they want to do. Because right now, karma is not on the good side of them. Alright. Alright, so let's see what else. So the next one is false twin flame. So this masculine is in a false twin flame relationship or situationship that's going on. So let's see. Alright, false twin flame. False twin flame. False twin flame. Clarify false twin flame. Clarify false twin flame. Alright, clarify false twin flame. False twin flame. False twin flame. False twin flame, clarify. Alright, we got fire sign. Someone who's perverted in their perversion, being surveilled, and something was seen in a wooded area. So a fire sign was caught doing something on camera in a wooded area, this false twin flame. Yeah, accomplice, partner in crime. Alright. Alright, clarify false twin flame. 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 Shit. False twin flame. Okay. This one came out again, fated to be alone. And then we got walking away. You leave too quickly when things get challenging. Stay and try to work it out. So that is the Eight of Cups energy, walking away. So this person, which we did get that running away card twice on this one. So they do seem to run from their issues. So the fire sign is when they're in that Knight of Wands player energy. And like I said, they were caught doing something perverted out in a wooded area. So let's see what that is. What is this? False twin flame, fire, perversion, surveillance, wooded area. False twin flame, clarify, fire, perversion, surveillance, wooded area. Fire, perversion, surveillance, wooded area, false twin flame. Alright, let's see. Okay. Alright, looks like this person spontaneously was being a little bit too spontaneous in love, and also in their having insecurities in their lack mindset, worked with a community of people or a group or a cult of some sort on how to get some money. So let's find out what that was. So let's find out what they did in the woods to make some money, and being spontaneous and jumping in on love with this false twin flame. All right, clarify. Tell me more with the false twin flame and clarify this Five of Pentacles. What happened in the wooded area? What happened in the wooded area? This new beginning. Okay, they drove to a wooded area. Fire wooded area and surveillance. Fire wooded area and surveillance. I guess they thought they wouldn't get caught and they would have the help of the community with whatever they were doing when they took quick action to make this money in the community in this wooded area. Okay, clarify perversion. Clarify perversion. Clarify perversion. Alright, so they did something to somebody, a feminine that may be an earth sign, a Virgo, that is single, sexy, and successful, all on her own. She has money. She's a business owner. So they did something to her that was perverted, caught on camera in a wooded area, all for money. They could have robbed her, stole from her. Yeah, whatever they planned, it did not work out right. And I don't think they ended up getting anything. Tell us what the advice is for this. What's the advice for this false twin flame? What's the advice for this false twin flame? Basically, this false twin flame has a lot of mother wounds. They need to work on their mother wounds and then become more passionate toward women, because they have this, like, I don't know if I want to say disgust. It's just they don't get a good feeling in their stomach when it comes to women, and it could be because of a narcissist mother or female in their family, or somebody that was around them when they were growing up, and so now they treat and see all women as the same and as beneath them, and they don't care what they have to do. All right, so let's see. All right, now we have seance, chanting your name. So I can assume this is the same masculine having a seance with his group of people, and he's chanting out this feminine's name that he's trying to get money from. Oh. All right, clarify seance. Clarify seance. Clarify seance, chanting your name. Clarify seance, chanting your name. Seance, chanting your name. Oh, shoot. All right, for seance, chanting your name, what did we get? All right. We have, okay, legal proceedings again over dismemberment, life insurance. So they took out a life insurance policy, probably on the single successful female. There was a secret affair. Now they're feeling trapped. And they're going to be forced to heal after these legal proceedings are done, because they're probably going to go to jail. All right, so let's see. All right, clarify seance, chanting your name. Seance, chanting your name. Says losing yourself. You feel lost in your partner. It's okay to be yourself and have your own life too. All right, seance, chanting your name. Seance, chanting your name. That fell on legal proceedings. And it says ambivalent. You say you want a lover, but you're not all in. Take time to figure out what you want. All right. Seance, chanting your name. And then it has demanding. You set impossible standards for your partner to meet. Be less demanding. And fear of loss. You are afraid of losing someone or of being abandoned. Take a chance. So yeah, they could have abandonment wounds as well that they need to deal with. And that's another thing. It could be an abandonment wound from a mother figure or female figure. All right, let's see. Seance, chanting your name. Clarify seance, chanting your name. Legal proceedings, dismemberment, life insurance, secret affair, trapped and healing. Seance, chanting your name. What's this seance, chanting your name? Seance, chanting your name. Seance, chanting your name. Seance, chanting your name. Yeah, somebody was working hard and trying to create endings in this female's life. Give me more on seance, chanting your name. Yeah, this emperor is the same person. Clarify seance, chanting your name. Yep. In her home. They were spying on her. Trying to find options to come out of the cold to get money. Now they're in a mental imprisonment. Yeah. And they're being investigated. Alright, so what's the advice here for seance, chanting your name? What's the advice for this situation? What's the advice for this situation? What is the advice for this situation? communicate and come out of these disillusioned thoughts that they're in. They have a disillusioned way of thinking. They probably need to be on actual prescription medications that they're probably not on. So yeah, they're not thinking straight. Yeah, they're still in this victim mentality, and they need to have strength to move on and to get out of this conflict. All right. Let's see, now we're on God complex. All right, God complex due to childhood traumas. What's this energy of God complex due to childhood traumas? And this could be somebody that goes to church and everyone in the community thinks they're great. They're this church-going person, and then deep inside, they're more of a atheist. They don't believe in anything. All right, God complex due to childhood traumas. God complex. Where did it go? Well, that goes in the other deck. Mixed signals. You don't let others know you're interested, flirt, and be approachable. That's from the other deck. All right, God complex. Yeah, the devil came out. So they definitely have a God complex due to childhood wounds. All right, we got water sign again. Definitely a water sign that has God complex. About a neighborhood, love. Missing accident. They were trying to set this feminine up so that she would become missing due to an accident to gain life insurance, the money, and that was the secret. All right, and with this mixed signals, definitely the God complex, they are giving mixed signals to the community, to their probably family as well. They're just not communicating what's going on, their thoughts. And I don't think their thoughts are probably very good to try and do this to somebody, some people. All right, clarify God complex. Clarify God complex due to childhood traumas. God complex. God complex. Walking away. Yeah, they need to walk away. They hide their feelings. They don't express what's really going on. They're always playing a victim. They have too many insecurities. They get too attached to people. They want sex only because of all their wounds. They have anxiety. They have the Two of Swords, indecision. They can't ever decide on anything. And they do things too soon without thinking them through. They make up untrue stories that people are supposed to believe. And they're too demanding on everybody. Alright, let's get the tarot. Tell me about this God complex due to childhood traumas. God complex due to childhood traumas. God complex due to childhood traumas. Yeah, they never received love growing up. They never got the emotional attachment to their parents, probably the mother figure that they should have while growing up. So they are emotionally detached, so they have emotional issues. They don't feel compassion toward others. That's why they can do these types of things to people and it doesn't bother them. They don't see anything wrong with it. Yeah, there was a lot of harsh words in their home life and not a lot of family members paid attention when they were feeling down, so they feel disconnected. And like I said, a lot of water energy. Yeah, so they hold back to not feel emotions. They numb themselves. Yeah, they guard themselves, definitely. Alright. So what's the advice for this God complex situation? What advice for them on this? What's the advice on the God complex? The devil came out again, twice. They basically, besides healing their toxicities, their childhood wounds, that's where it stems from. They need to heal all of the childhood traumas because they have quite a bit of them. They have abandonment, attachments, probably addictions on top of that, probably materialism because they're out for money with all this, trying to get insurance money. They have temptation, seduction, all of it, with the job they're doing, with the porn star, sleeping with, same sex, not being honest with the family that they are in, and then also with the God complex. So, yeah, they definitely need to heal their childhood traumas. That's where it all stems from, and that's where, you first, get your education from on how things are in life. So, all right, next is insurance. So now we're down to the insurance. We already had the property. Now we're down to the insurance. All right, insurance energy. Clarify this insurance energy. Clarify insurance energy. Insurance energy. All right, we have power supply, mountains, caregiver, and greed. So they definitely need others. They have this narcissistic attitude where they need their power supply from others. That's why they treat others the way they do. Mountains are blockages. They have a lot of blockages in their life due to that. They basically are not compassionate at all. They have no compassion toward others. They are very greedy, and that's all they care about. So with this insurance, they're willing to take others out. Then we have cult on the bottom. Party, motel, hotel. All right, let's see. Give me something on this insurance energy. Insurance energy. Give me something on the insurance energy. Insurance energy. And greed. Insurance and greed. Cult energy. Insurance, greed, and cult. All right, we have addiction. Okay, I did say they had addictions. It says you're either obsessed with someone or struggling with addiction. Get help. Tolerating abuse. Any kind of abuse is not okay. You deserve someone who treats you well. Lone wolf. Are you really a loner, or are you afraid of loving someone who could hurt you? Getting crumbs. You deserve more than crumbs of affection. Wait for the one who adores you. Love's the answer. And then seeking perfection. Everyone has flaws. Choose only 5 must-haves and deal breakers that matter. So definitely, yes. They, I would say growing up, they tolerated abuse. They were probably considered the lone wolf because they really didn't want to fit in with anyone because they were afraid to let anyone in to know what was going on in their home situation. So as they grew up, they learned to breadcrumb others. They always seek perfectionism, so they always probably want the latest clothes, the latest jewelry, everything, so that they can look good on the outside, but then on the inside, they're dealing with the abuse and addictions. And they have this narcissistic tendencies that they need this power supply from others at all times, so they're codependent on others, their energy, their money, everything else. And they definitely are not empathic. They show no love. So let's see. All right, give me something on this insurance energy. Insurance, greed, cult, party, motel, hotel, caregiver, power supply, mountains. Insurance energy. Clarify. Insurance energy. Clarify the insurance energy. All right. Yeah, they put hard work into being the way they are so that others cannot see what's beneath all of the hard exterior. All right. Yes, they're always fighting with others. They're always in conflict. Hey, G. Yeah, they have a lot of childhood wounds that they need to heal. They need to get out of this toxic energy. Basically, they just need a whole new rebirth and start again on everything. So let's see. Clarify what advice for the insurance. What advice for the insurance? Advice for this situation. The insurance. Advice for this situation with the insurance.
I'll be back real quick.
Okay. Advice for this situation. All right, yeah. They definitely need to heal their childhood wounds. They need to have more compassion toward others, or they're going to keep facing these blockages in their life. Alright. We got 2 left. Black Widow and does not have any love for women. Alright, so Black Widow. Alright, give me something for this Black Widow energy. And who knows, this could be their mother energy or whoever they grew up around. Black Widow energy. Okay, we got home, lies, and motel, hotel. Alright. Black Widow energy. Black Widow energy. So there's lots of lies going around the home situation, whether it's while they were growing up and both now. And then the motel hotel came out again, so who knows, they could be doing night work at a hotel motel as well in the community. Maybe some for Black Widow. Black Widow. Black Widow. Alright, we got giving too much. You're depleted because you give too much. You need a balance of give and take. And addiction at the bottom. Alright, so let's see what this Black Widow energy is. Clarify this Black Widow energy. What is this Black Widow energy? Alright, we got a King of Pentacles and a 6 of Cups. So this could be a father figure. Maybe something happened to the father figure. Let's see. Clarify the King of Pentacles and 6 of Cups. Clarify the King of Pentacles and 6 of Cups. In regards to the Black Widow. For the King of Pentacles and 6 of Cups. Maybe they have happy memories. Yeah, family. Maybe they have happy memories with a father figure. Maybe the father figure deceased at a young age with this Black Widow. And with the King of Pentacles, that means the father was either an earth sign or they just made a lot of money. They knew how to make money. All right, give me more on this King of Pentacles energy. King of Pentacles. Okay, a plan. Give me more. Give me more. What else on this King of Pentacles? Plan to invest. Give me more on this King of Pentacles. And Black Widow. King of Pentacles. Okay. Give me more on this King of Pentacles. Black Widow situation. Black Widow, King of Pentacles situation. Okay. Yeah, so there was an ending with this King of Pentacles. Okay, so hold on. So somebody had a plan. They made a plan to invest in something that they were working hard to do and to get right. And they were trying to make it so that they would have a lifetime, long-term wealth to take care of them. So they worked with a community of people to do something in their home, to put an ending to this King of Pentacles, so that this Black Widow can be single, sexy, and self-sufficient. So yes, so something happened to this masculine's biological father at a young age. So the father was not around, so he grew up with a mother figure or a female figure that was in the family, or whoever had custody. Alright, so that's part of the problems there. Now we have, does not have any love for women. Alright, and this could be where the sexuality stuff comes in. You know, there could have been other abuse that's happened while growing up. Give me something for does not have any love for women. 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 Alright, we have, yeah. Alright, we got a natural disaster. We got a male, so we are talking about a male in a neighborhood who is lacking love. He's missing love out of his heart, and he needs to do healing big time. And the natural disaster is basically the blockages he's causing himself by not healing, and he needs to heal big time. Alright. Give me something on this. Does not have any love for women. 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 Alright, we got fear of loss, to attach, untrue stories, judgment, too soon, and fear of cheating. So this is probably all things that he saw growing up, which is why he causes his own blockages in his life, because he'd rather not deal with the pain and hurt of getting cheated on, so he'd rather just do the cheating and to take from others. Alright, so let's see what zodiac signs was this situation in regards to this reading. Alright, zodiac signs and houses for this reading. Zodiac signs and houses for this reading. Zodiac signs and houses for this reading. So we definitely got the Aries, which is the Emperor. We got the cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, and Capricorn, Libra. And we got the 7th house, which is Libra, and we got the 12th house is Pisces. Any more zodiac houses for this reading? More zodiac houses. Oh, so we got Scorpio, Libra, like we said, And they could have Uranus in Scorpio or Libra, and Saturn in Scorpio and Libra. And then, like I said, Aries and Pisces. And then Capricorn and Cancer. So those are the zodiac signs that go along with this reading. All right, that's the end of the reading. I will take a few questions. I usually do, anyone that does the gifts, I'll answer a question for the gifts. And then I will end it, and then I'll be back on tomorrow afternoon. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. All right, and then I don't know if I said it right. You want to know if he is going to marry you. Is Nent's partner going to marry her? Is Nent's partner going to marry her? Next up. Next shop. My forwards partner gonna marry them. Next partner gonna marry them. Okay, it looks like yes. You will get a proposal. It may come slowly in. It looks like right now they're juggling multiple things in their life. I don't know if one or the other is defending your beliefs on something, and there's an argument over that causing burdens. But it says you can get this proposal that you want, but it may come with conflict, and it may take a while to get there. Alright, Miami. Will I be able to get out of the trouble you're facing right now? Will Miami be able to get will Miami be able to get out of the trouble they're facing right now? Clarify the devil. Clarify the devil. Well, Miami, I got an absolute no, and the straight devil came out, so whatever it is that you have done, there will be possible jail time. Rosie, or Peter, come back to Rose. Have a great night, and I will be back on here tomorrow in the afternoon. Yeah, it'll be more the afternoon time. So I hope you guys have a blessed night. Keep up with your spiritual baths. And the full moon is tomorrow, so get your manifestations out there for anything that you need to release. Write it on a piece of paper and release it into the full moon by burning it and let it go. And it will be off of